My mom is never gonna believe this, ever. So I had two options. Option number one, waking up at 5, seeing a bit of Istanbul for a couple of hours, and then go to the airport. Well, right now it is 8 o'clock, no Istanbul. Instead, I did a push-up, I did a sit-up, I did a squat, I took a shower, I made a phone call, I did some video editing. Okay, it is 11 o'clock and I'm about to head to the airport again. Regarding the outfit, I did not realize I would not have my suitcase. So, same clothes as yesterday. Anyway, let's go. Hi, how are you? So I didn't think that I wouldn't get my suitcase, so I'm just wearing my jumper, which is a little cold. This is a hectic airport. Holy smokes. So hectic. I'm through security now, so great success. On my way, Nina.
Georgia, Georgia, whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, oh my mind. Georgia, Georgia, song of you comes as sweet and clear as the moonlight through the pines. Now their arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you, Georgia.
Thanks a lot, guys.
No peace I find, just an old.
That is extraordinary, something I've never ever experienced. Passport check, the lady gave me a bottle of wine, Georgian wine. This is brilliant.
Keeps Georgia on my mind.
You know these clickbait videos where it's like, you won't believe what happened next, and then you click on it and it's like a really boring story. Well, this is a little like that, except that it won't be a boring story. Without any competition, this has been the most ridiculous story I've ever had. So, I flew to Georgia to meet my friend Nino and her husband Miriam. We were going to hang out for a couple of days. I was going to stay at her couch. She was just going to work. I was going to go explore the city on my own at night, hang out with them. This is Thursday afternoon. They were going to pick me up from the airport. So I pick up my suitcase, I grab it, I walk out of the airport, and there's no Nino. Instead, though, there's a man in a black suit with a piece of paper with my name on it. So we're like, oh, well, Jesper, he knows that I'm coming. Nino arranged this probably, right? He grabs my suitcase and without saying a word, we kind of leave the airport. We walk outside and there's this big black Mercedes S-Class waiting, and he opens the door and he, makes sure that I get in. So I'm like, I have this tiny conversation in my head where I'm like, if they're gonna steal my organs, would they use a Mercedes S-Class? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I get into the car without any question. I'm like, this is probably, arranged by Nino. I get into the car, the guy puts my suitcase in the car and he gets in as well. The door's locked, we drive off. And at this point, I'm a little uncomfortable. So I ask him, so where are you taking me? So where are we headed?
Georgia.
Yes, Georgia indeed. Where are you taking me? So where are we going?
English, no.
Alright. And I'm like, okay, but where are you taking me? And in the meantime, he reaches for his inside pocket. Alright, thank you. So I've received a letter. Alright. Hello Jesper, you are a very, very special guest for us, as you might have noticed. Please relax and follow the process. Soon you'll find out everything. Warmest regards, Hull, Georgia. All of Georgia? I'm a little confused. We drive off.
It's okay, no problems, okay.
Alright, no problems, okay.
It's okay.
So I've been in the country for about 10 minutes. The border patrol lady gave me a bottle of wine. And this wonderful man is picking me up in a big black Mercedes and I have no idea where we're going. Feels pretty good. Pretty good. Look at this. That's a GoPro. I can't help but think I'm on a TV show somehow. I don't know why. About 500 meters later, I see a police car in the distance. I'm like, that'd be a nice 1 second shot of my video. So I grab my camera. I sit like this with the window and I'm ready to record. As we get closer to the police car, closer and closer and closer, all of a sudden the police car pulls up with flashing lights in front of us. Our car is surrounded by 6 police motors. There's police cars in the back. And I'm like, what the hell? What is this? What the hell is going on? You've got to be joking. You've got to be joking. Wow. Yeah.
Good.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how to say this, but my friend arranged a motorcade. Behind us, all the traffic is stopped because we drive here. And I'm like, what is going on? But seriously, what is going on? A motorcade? A motorcade from the airport? What? So anyway, I'm not making this up. I promise, I'm not making this up. The only thing I could think was like, who is Nina? Who's my friend? What did I miss? Like, we haven't talked for a while, but is she like the daughter of the, like, what is this? Anyway, we drive into town, and every crossing, every roundabout, there's another police car with flashing lights, stopping all traffic so we can pass, saluting as all these police cars and me in the big black Mercedes go past. And the only thing I can think of is like, oh my god, all these people are going to be late because of me. Anyway, we drive into town, and I sound like an absolute mad person, but this is true. We drive into town. It's a beautiful old city. And we come to one of the main squares, and there's like this massive billboard with my face on it. And it says, he has arrived, he has arrived. And I'm like, what? Like, my tiny little brain cannot comprehend what is going on. It's like, what is this? Like, what is going on? Please tell me what is going on. The driver didn't speak any English, so we drive around town for a bit. This is insane. We drive out of town, we drive up the mountain, and we pull up to this beautiful old building, and there's like a red carpet there, there's cameras there, there's people there, there's pretty women, there's like, and I'm like, so the Mercedes pulls up to the red carpet. A man opens my door, and I'm like, well, I might as well get out, right? So I get out of the car, and I get out of the car, and like people are clapping. I think I don't even remember. But I get out of the car, and a man approaches me, a man in a suit in his 50s or so, and he goes, "Hi Jesper, my name is Georgi Firikashvili. I'm the Prime Minister of this country. You are the 6 million tourists ever to visit Georgia within the year. It'd be an honor for me to have dinner with you." There were cameras and everything, and it kind of looks like I'm not impressed, or it looks like I'm not like I'm underwhelmed. The opposite is true. In my head, I am freaking out, and like my brain shuts down. It's like, hello, like, Jesus. 20 seconds later, there's a guy putting a microphone on my vest. The clothes I've been wearing for 2 days now because I didn't have my suitcase in Turkey. 3 seconds later, we are in the elevator with the Prime Minister and his personal security, and I'm like, this is all very weird. Yep, this is all very weird. Very weird. Anyway, we walk into this room, everything is set up, there's like cameras, professional lighting, and there's this beautiful table, like genuinely beautiful table with several types of cheese, there's sausages, there's nuts, there's like a beautiful, beautiful table with lots of food. And we're gonna have a wine tasting, right? So there's a really, really cool guy, wonderful guy, who explains us a little bit about the wines and the wine regions. Now, at this point, I am so hungry. I had one sandwich in Istanbul. It's 6, 7 o'clock at night, I don't even know anymore. 6, 7 o'clock at night, I had one sandwich, and I'm dying. So you know how you have this, like, there's this beautiful table with all these kinds of cheese, and you know, I want to eat it all. And you know how you have this conversation in your head where you're like, oh, I'm just going to have this one tiny little piece. Oh yeah, it's very, very tasty. And you're like, oh, I want to eat everything. Anyway, the wine tasting it's all kind of a big blur now. Everything went so incredibly fast that I have trouble recollecting even what happened. I have trouble. Anyway, the guy explains some things about the wine regions. I have a bit of a chit chat with the Prime Minister about wine and about the country, and he explains me a bit about how beautiful the country is and how great the wine is and everything. Lights turn on in the corner. 4 Georgian men in beautiful, beautiful Georgian traditional clothing start singing this beautiful, beautiful Georgian folk song or song. I don't remember. Song ends. We get to the dinner table. The Prime Minister goes, "Shall we?" There's this table prepared just for 2 people for the Prime Minister and for me. And so we sit and we eat the best food in the world. We have dinner, we chit-chat, like what do we talk about? We talk a bit about Georgia, we talk a bit about his family, he has 4 children. We talk a little bit about my family, we talk about my brothers, I tell him how every year we get together and do manly things, like we drink beer, we eat meat, we watch movies with explosions, we play poker, all that kind of stuff. And he goes, well, maybe it's a good idea you come to Georgia. to do this. And I'm like, yes, we should do this. Anyway, we talk for a little bit, we have food for a little bit. Out of nowhere, like we're eating, and out of nowhere this super spectacular dance group shows up, like genuinely really, really beautiful, like traditional clothing, traditional dance, super impressive. And in the meantime, like I'm trying to register everything. I'm trying to be in the moment, but at the same time understand what is going on, and that's very difficult. So I'm kind of sitting back and I'm kind of like eating, and then there's like this dance group, and my brain is exploding. And this dance group, like these people are super famous. A couple of days later, I met with my friends. And they've been telling me, like, they've been trying to get tickets for months. And I've been in Georgia for an hour and a half, and they performed for me 3 times. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, we have dinner with the Prime Minister. At the end of the dinner, we say goodbye. And he goes, this is probably not the only thing that's going to happen to you here in Georgia. And it didn't. The next week was probably one of the most special weeks I've ever had in my entire life. I've recorded a lot, and they have recorded a lot, and the videos will be out very soon. But in a nutshell, they put me in 5-star hotels. We went skiing, we went to the sea. They had a personal driver taking us everywhere, a personal tour guide from the Ministry of Tourism. They took me to all the great restaurants. We had amazing food. We had an amazing time together. So they put a camera crew together. We had 5 producers, like the most lovely people in the world, friends for life. And basically it was an insane week. I'm going to try and edit all this material as quickly as possible, okay? I just want to get it out. I have so much material, so many stories that it might take a while for me to, edit everything. But I'm gonna do it as soon as I can, because this is the best story of my life. So, ending the video now. I just want to say one thing, and it is Madloba. Madloba, Madloba, Madloba. Madloba means thank you in Georgian. It's the first word I learned, and it's the most appropriate word for the entire trip. I am so grateful for that this happened to me, to all the wonderful people that were involved, to all the wonderful people that prepared such a surprise for the 6 million tourists. I'm super grateful for me being actually that 6 million tourists. Like, what? Like, how is that possible? This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen to people. This happens in movies. This happens on TV. But apparently also in my silly life. So, Madloba, Georgia, I have fallen in love with you deeply and profoundly. They don't make me say this. They didn't have to. There's no, like, I'm not being paid for saying this, or I'm not saying this because I feel like I have the obligation, because I have the obligation. No, I have genuinely fallen in love with you, Georgia. The people are so sweet and kind-hearted. The country is amazingly beautiful, and there's this, I can't even explain. But promise, I will be back in summer, and then it's. So for now, for this video, I could go on for like days because all those things that happened. I'm not gonna do it. So for now, this is the end. Madloba, Madloba, Madloba. Should I say something else? Did I forget something? I don't think I forgot something. Next video out very soon. Okay, bye-bye. Nina and Miriam, you guys are wonderfully, amazingly crazy. Wow. Wow.